What's going on, Flix Talkers? Welcome back to another movie review. This time a couples movie review. We just came back from seeing the brand new J-Lo movie, Hustlers. There's a couple other actresses in this movie. Do you still call them actresses? It's 2019. They're actors. And it does come out September 13th. That's Friday the 13th. It is rated R and it has a runtime of 1 hour and 49 minutes. Now, this film does star Constance Wu as Destiny, Jennifer Lopez as Ramona, Julia Stiles as Elizabeth, Lily Reinhardt as Annabelle, and it's not showing here, but Keke Palmer. I don't know why it's not showing the top bill cast.
and the Bees, hello.
But what was her name in the movie?
No, hold on.
That's why IMDb needs to be on their shit. All right. So anyways,
I forgot.
And then we do get a little cameo from Cardi B and LIZZO, those artists. So actually, we love Lizzo's music, so make sure you guys check her out. So Hustlers essentially is a stripper crime heist type movie. I guess I can describe it, and then you can kind of give me your thoughts of what you thought. So pretty much Constance Wu is a brand new stripper. She's kind of new to the whole scene. She's looking to pay bills to kind of take care of her grandma. She's staying with her grandma. We get to learn about her past later on in the movie. And so she's a newbie, and she's kind of put under the wing. She's graciously put under the wing by the mother of all strippers, which is Ramona, played by J-Lo. Jennifer Lopez. Yes. She is the queen bee in this movie. She did a fantastical job. And her pole work was
putting me to shame. Putting
everyone to shame. And especially in that theater.
I'm going to wake up at 5:30 tomorrow, go to the gym.
Yeah.
Get on those stairs and work those glutes.
If you guys didn't know, she just hit 50 years old. Happy birthday,
There's no
J-Lo.
excuse. No excuse.
You're killing it. You're killing it, girl.
Off that chair and go to the gym.
So that's what this movie is in a nutshell. Other than a couple of twists and turns, I mean, the whole root of it is that they're strippers that want to make more money, and they start to develop a couple of heists throughout the movie that leads to, some illegal activity. I'll just say that. But it's kind of one of those movies where it starts out not directly from the beginning, to the end. It's like, it goes from 2007 and then it shows a flash forward of present day when they're being interrogated. So you kind of know that they did have a run-in with the cops or, Julia,
she was a journalist.
Yeah, Julia Stiles, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
Julia Stiles was a journalist, so she's interviewing Constance Wu. So you kind of know, okay, something went sour, from 2007 to now, to present day. So they had a crazy decade run, something like that, maybe a little less than a decade of just them money making. They were going crazy, balling out, buying things, just popping champagne, and it was in this movie, they definitely, for me, because from the male perspective, I got it as they were making these women to be the superheroes, and they were glorifying, and I was even telling Laura earlier, before we got to the movie, this is kind of weird in a gray area that this is inspired by a true story and true events, by the way it tells you at the beginning of the movie. But I mean, we're kind of glorifying crimes because in the movie they are drugging men. Whether they think that they're bad people or not, they're still doing illegal activity for their own monetary gain. So they're essentially robbing these guys of their corporate money, of their own personal money, and we kind of see that in a more heartfelt, I guess, later down the line where they kind of, I'm not trying to spoil it, but they screw over kind of the wrong people is what it is. Without getting the spoilers, they screw, and it kind of is they're not hardcore hustlers, so to say. And, they have families themselves and stuff like that. But that's essentially what it kind of was.
Some of the guys didn't deserve it, but I think a lot of the corporate guys on Wall Street, they kind of screwed up.
But what I'm talking about, does anybody deserve to get robbed is what I'm talking about. Does anybody deserve to get robbed?
No.
If they didn't do you wrong, does anybody deserve to get robbed?
They did America wrong.
Does anybody deserve to get robbed?
No.
I feel that's the justification for everything is they're just bad people because they're screwing over, America, corporate. Okay, I mean, there's a lot of...
No, but they they were doing things to obviously get monetary gain, and
they were greedy fat cats.
They were hustlers.
I'll say that these guys they were screwing over were greedy fat cats, and they showed that, you know, from the bottom tier all the way to the top execs, and how much money they would blow, and these guys would never get in trouble. So that was kind of their justification for doing what they did. And I think in that sense, I really did like this movie because I've never seen something like that from that perspective. The other side, you know, because we always see the other side with the
like
suit.
The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, like I felt like it was very Wolf of Wall Street vibes, you know, with the suits and stuff like that. But you never get to see the girls and the parties and their stories. And the main reason some of them were doing it was because, you know, they didn't want to, you know, go move back with their parents. They had a, you know, a daughter, you know, to take care of. They had to make a living. I feel like Ramona's character, J-Lo, was the only one that was doing it for greed. Like she
kept pushing
didn't have
it
a
to
family.
The limits.
She
did have a family. She had a daughter.
She had a daughter, but she had no husband.
No,
he was in the picture, so it was just them two. But she was splurging like crazy, so it was a greed thing.
She definitely wasn't putting that money in a 401k. I can tell you that.
No. She was putting it in a Gucci bag for sure. And so we get to see that whole limelight. And J-Lo plays definitely Jenny from the block in this movie.
Yeah, Jenny from the Bronx.
Yeah, if you guys remember, you know, old school J-Lo, you know, from her Fly Girl days, and then we get to see some of her moves too when she's celebrating with her girls. It's really cool to kind of, like I said, just to see that other side of the coin because you never really get to see that. But I felt like especially the girls in the audience, I felt it. The girls in the audience were getting pumped up when these girls were robbing other guys. So I feel like we might see actual news stories of girls maybe really doing this in real life because of the movie.
I don't think so.
Could that possibly happen?
No.
J-Lo, are you to blame?
Nope.
No, I'm kidding.
Definitely not.
But all in all, I mean, I like the shots. I mean, we got the first shot of the movie is just a one standalone. I don't know if you caught that. It was just like all one take of Constance Wu kind of getting ready in the I don't want to call it stripper room. What do you call it? Green room? I guess you call it a green room.
Just a makeup room.
Yeah, well, they usually call it the green room for like the artists and stuff like that. But I guess a makeup room where all the girls get ready, and it's kind of following her out to the stage, her introduction, and then, you know, you get to see all the seasoned vets like Cardi B and then like all these other girls kind of interacting. So it's pretty cool to see what happens behind the scenes, I guess, in that sense, because honestly, I've only been to the strip club one freaking time. I got dragged out when I was 18, and it was nothing like that. It was nothing like that. So it was really cool to see something like that, just kind of behind the scenes from their perspective.
Oh yeah, they have to go through a lot. I feel. Yeah. Like I really do.
And you guys do see it in
respect for that line of work.
And you guys do see it in the trailer. Constance Wu does get taxed. She makes like $200. Then the actual manager like taxes her like 20%, and then another guy taxes her like 20%. So she only ends up taking like $100.
So they're robbing her.
Yeah. So it's all crooked. It's all like a crime. Circle. And we find out, that it's really not that lavish lifestyle if you're just a basic stripper. So they got to kind of do what they have to do. Once again, me personally, I don't feel like that's a justification to rob people. That's just me, my moral compass. But hey, that's me. So, yeah. Do you have any favorite characters in this movie? Any girls that you were like, yeah, you go, girl, sister? They were all calling each other bitch too. Bitch, yeah, bitch, yeah. I fucking hate that.
I don't really.
I hate when girls say that.
That's not how I talk to my friends. But no, I really enjoyed all of the characters. I enjoyed J-Lo's character and Ramona, Constance Wu. I mean, love her from Crazy Rich Asians. So
yeah, that was a movie.
I knew I was gonna like this movie.
Yeah, that was a movie that we did see last year, right? And then we ended up picking up on 4K because it was visually amazing. Constance Wu, I'd never seen her. I'd never seen Fresh Off the Boat, so that was my introduction to Constance Wu. In this movie, I felt like she did an amazing job. Yeah. We hear so many stories about her being a diva off set. It's really hard to believe because she was very sweet and sincere in this movie. So that's just the big word around Hollywood. It wasn't just one person, but
I mean, if they're buzzing about it, then it could be true.
Yeah,
I don't know,
but she did a damn good job.
Fast to her, I will say, like in her interviews, like I feel like maybe it is a little true.
And you were saying that this was based on a woman's life
true events. So
but they showed the woman in the.
Yeah, in the audience, right.
Okay, so I guess it was like a Jimmy Kimmel interview?
I think Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon, one of the interviews. But
okay, so Constance Wu was being interviewed, like Jimmy Fallon, one of the late night shows, and she was saying that the movie was inspired by a true story of this woman, and she pointed to the audience member, and the woman was right there in the audience. So I'll see if I can show that clip or something.
There's a whole article going around that. Well, J-Lo's character is based off of a lady too, but apparently, and I don't know if you want to put this in, but that lady is suing J-Lo because they were saying, or she was saying that her character had nothing, like it was all falsified,
all fabricated.
Yeah, all fabricated.
So, you know, something very similar to the whole White Boy Rick. You know, when if you guys go way back in my archives, you know, I did the White Boy Rick. I even interviewed his sister, his actual sister. She said that was completely falsified too.
Yeah. So she's just trying to get a cut of the money. We
don't know. We don't know. So, you know, sometimes when it comes to these inspired by true event type of movies, you don't really know what to expect, guys. So you kind of just got to go into it. And after a while, I kind of just closed my eyes and I was like, okay, this is a movie. Put my moral compass to the side, you know, especially if this was actually based on
everybody loves Cardi B, so.
And you know what? Cardi B got a lot of screen time and she was actually pretty funny and witty. Like from what I could understand, I couldn't understand half the shit she was saying.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I couldn't understand half the shit she was saying. She had a really, really thick Latin and like New York accent. Yeah. So it's very, very hard to hear what she was saying, but the audience was like, ha ha, yeah, bitch. Ha ha. Girls love Cardi B. Girls love Cardi B. So anyways, I you know, she did a good job. Lizzo had a very, very small part. Anyways, guys, I overall like this movie. We saw the Rotten Tomatoes score, which I don't
90%.
It was like, no, it was higher than that, baby. It was like 95. I know, but I
just looked right now when I got home.
Oh, so 90%. It went down. Okay, so it's the 90 percentile. I thought this was going to get like a 60%. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, and I didn't think it was going to.
It superseded my expectations. Mm-hmm. So that being said, I'm probably going to give it a solid 4 out of 5, probably at 90%.
Yeah, I would do the same.
Yeah,
it was a solid movie. I liked it. I
like how it ended.
I don't know if I'd get it on DVD. Maybe.
No, I think it's a one and done type movie. I would say pay full price for this. You don't really got to see it on a discount day. Mm-hmm. Pay full price. Go see it with your friends, couples, you know, what have you. But I
really like the camaraderie between the cast and the women.
Yeah, and that's
they really banded together.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I forgot to talk about is there was a huge family dynamic, especially from Constance Wu. You could tell she was kind of the one that seemed like almost like the wounded bird, I guess.
Well, and
she had nobody. She really had nobody until she had a daughter. Because this is the thing too, guys. In the beginning of the movie, she does not have a daughter, so she's kind of someone that doesn't have any friends. Mm-hmm. She's kind of just clinging on to, you know. It doesn't even seem like she was
to be independent, but she doesn't realize how dependent she is on,
or how hard it is to be dependent.
How hard it is to be,
especially living in New York. Like it was. She keeps saying, I don't want to have to depend on anybody, blah, 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 and yada, yada.
She had to.
Eventually she ended up having to. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you can see the kind of the trials and tribulations over like almost a decade of what they all went through. And I overall liked the way it played out. I loved some of the shots that were involved. There's a couple of scenes where the journalist is recording. They stop the recorder and the audio went silent, so you kind of can't hear what they're talking about. So it really, like, little things like that, I really pick up on. It's really good filmmaking. And
there was this one part, I don't know if this is going to be a spoiler, I don't think it is, but they like blurted out the name, or they did. But what was that?
So they blanked the guy's name out, I guess, for confidentiality purposes. But I guess, I mean, you didn't.
Did they do that on purpose, though? I wonder.
That part I did not understand.
Or was it like a post-production thing where
they could have changed the name, I guess. They could have done that, but I don't know why they left that in there. But weird. Who knows?
Who knows?
Anyways, so yeah, 4 out of 5 for me. Hustlers.
4 out of 5. Yeah.
4 out of 5 too?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm going to get my stripper pole delivered tomorrow, and we're both going to do a stripper workout.
I'm bringing down the ceiling if we do that. So, yeah.
If you guys like this video, if you guys get 500 likes, then he will get on the stripper pole.
I'm not that YouTuber that asks for those likes. Come on now.
You're not asking. I'm asking.
No, well, I'm...
Okay, 100 likes. Okay, fine. 20 likes.
If this video gets 20 million views, I will do...
All right, PewDiePie.
Yeah, I will do a handstand butt naked. Okay, how about that? And no one wants to see that. So don't give me that many views. All right, guys. Just give this video a thumbs up if you guys did appreciate our review, our couples review. Do you guys plan to see Hustlers when it comes out this weekend, or are you guys going to wait till streaming in VOD? Subscribe, like, and leave those comments below, guys. Please share this video if you guys did appreciate it. Till next time, we're gone. Bye-bye and peace.